Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone who rule well, and salutations to the Akiams coming out every day on the highways and the byways, the four corners of the earth, pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom. This lesson I'm coming out with today is every action has a reaction. Right? In the beginning of times when Moses led the Israelites out of the land of Egypt, you know, the forefathers was given the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, right? This is Isaiah Salakia. See, this is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 4. It say, He taught me also, and said unto me, Let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments, and live, right? So, what the scripture is showing you, is the commandments, right? The word of the Most High, thy life, that the only way we could receive salvation, right? Through the faith and through keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, through the works and through the faith, right? The both of them. Okay, you can't have faith without works, and you can't have works without faith. The both of them intertwine, right? So that the only way you will receive salvation if you keep the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, right? Right, in Psalm chapter 78, verse 7, it says that they might set their hope in Yahweh and not forget the works of Yahweh, but keep his commandments, right? And say, and might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation, a generation that set not their heart aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with Yahweh, right? So, the way to have hope, right, is to keep the commandments, right? As the previous scripture say, for life, for salvation, you need to keep the laws, the statutes, and the commandments, right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 13, say, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, right? Because some of these wicked Israelites out there, they just want to know where's the whole matter, right? Where's the whole reasoning, right? The scriptures is explaining itself. It says, fear Yahweh and keep his commandments. That this is the whole duty of man, right? So that we only duty, right? That we main duty to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? Because we just but servants unto the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? But each proud Israelites, wicked Israelites out here, believe they over the Most High, right? But they don't realize that they will always be servants unto the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, right? The Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3, right? It said the ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. It say, sinful nation, people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are going backward. Right? So the previous scriptures is letting we know the commandments is salvation, the commandments is life. That is we whole matter, that we main purpose. But the Israelites are wicked and sinful nation, right? So it said the ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, right? Israel, we don't know about the Most High. These Israelites don't even want to care about the Most High, right? These two-thirds. They don't care about the laws, statutes, and commandments. They don't care about the scriptures, right? This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. Right? So the Most High say, because we reject knowledge, because the children of Israel reject knowledge, he will also reject us. Right? So, and to be rejected from the Most High, that is the worst thing you could imagine. Because the food we just get daily bread, right? Life, shelter, everything that we just receive, all the little blessings we just receive. People just feel it's them that just do that. It's the Most High, right? Yahweh Shemel Shai that's control everything, right? The water we drink, right? As I said before, the daily bread we get, you know, the job you get, is the Most High, right? Or the opportunities you might get to get money to survive is Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? The Most High taking care of you on this earth, right? In this captivity. So for the Most High to reject you, right? You're minusing all them things out of your life. You'll be nothing, right? Say my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, right? As these two-thirds and them do like to read. As it does say, if you want to hide something from a G, you gotta put it in a book, right? Because they do like to read, they do like to gain understanding in anything. They're lazy, right? Right. Isaiah chapter 5 verse 13. It said, therefore, my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Right? So this will happen, right? When the Most High reject them, right? This will happen when they get rejected from the Most High for disobedience. So therefore, my people are going into captivity because they have no knowledge, right? Wicked Israelites, they don't want knowledge, right? They don't want to fear the Most High. They don't want to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments and uphold the instructions, right? They have no time for that, right? Nothing new under the sun. The same way these wicked Israelites get on today is the same way they was getting on thousands of years ago, right? Nothing new under the sun, right? They say we are going to captivity, and the honorable men are famished, right? Famished come from the word famine, and we know that means um, famished come from the word famine, and we know that means poor, no food, right? See, and the multitude dried up with thirst, right? In Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15, it says, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Hashem Shai thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I shall command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Right? Slack, right? You go to verse 22. It said, Yahweh Hashem Shai shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. Right? So all these fevers, sicknesses, diseases is what the scripture are talking about. Right? They pursue thee till thou perish. Right? So the Most High is setting these things on us to teach us our lesson. Right? Jump to verse 25. See how Bashim shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go to one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Right? So during slavery it had revolts, right? With the slaves and them rebelling against the slave masters, and they're trying to fight them. Now we know in the Torah, in the books it shows you how the Most High helped the armies of Israel to defeat the other nations, right, in war, right? But they do have that power from the Most High again, right? As the Most High say, he reject them, right? So it say they will go one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shall be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Right? Jump to verse 27. It says, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will smite thee with the botch of Egypt, and with the emeralds, and with the scab, and with the itch, whereof thou canst be healed. Right? And still going back into other sicknesses, diseases, you know, infections. 28 it say, the Yahweh Hashem Yahushua shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Okay, what Jesus wicked Israelites out here, right? They mad, they blind, they doesn't know what they be talking about, right? Trying to fight the men of the Lord, you know, have no idea what they're talking about. They're completely mad, completely blind, astonishment of heart, you know. Jump to verse 50. Say, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. Right? So the first part, we said, thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. What Israel for? Israel always for adultery in the previous days, you know, in the beginning. When the forefathers was doing wickedness on the Mosai, turning the backs from him, away from him, so that, yeah. You know, adultery, that's what it was for. Right? Sleeping with men, wife, and sodomy, and all these things. You know, so he come at the Mosai, he switched the tables. He switched the tables in our way. You know, so now, like, he switched the tables, so, you know, when they have wives, you know, another man shall lie with her. You know, that for that balance. You know what I mean? Um, Jump to 68. And the Lord slacken, Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you, no man shall redeem you. Right? So that will happen to me for disobeying the commandments, disobeying Yahweh Shai and the commandments, the laws, statutes, the commandments, for turning me back against this truth. Right? The Most High sent me into slavery. Right? Sent me into slavery, and we're still in slavery up to this day. Right? 400 years plus, still in slavery. Right? Right? Here what we have to go through. Here what we have to go through. There is the extent we had to take it to learn the lesson. Right? Naked. The extent we had to take it. Down to the children. You know? What I say? Like animals. Slavery, they count the blacks. They used to count the slaves as cargo, as property. So the Mosai, Yahweh is the property of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, but like we didn't want to be that, so he give you another master, right? And back to the scriptures, we're saying the Israelites can suffer from all these diseases, sickle cell anemia, sickle cell anemia, diabetes, stroke, cancer, high blood pressure. All these things is suffer. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans will suffer from this the most. AIDS, um, um, gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis. All these things are, you know.